Jurgen Klinsmann has announced his 23-man roster for the World Cup, and to many people's surprise, Landon Donovan has been cut from the roster. Landon Donovan is supposed to be the greatest player to ever lace his cleats, to ever kick a ball, to ever shoot, to ever dribble. He's supposed to be the greatest American ever. And at only 31 years old, he's missing out on his opportunity to play in his 4th World Cup. This is a shock to many people who follow the United States men's national team. But I must say I agree with Jurgen Klinsmann's decision to cut Landon Donovan. As far as goalkeepers are concerned, Brad Guzan, Tim Howard, and Nick Rimando, no surprise there. DeMarcus Beasley, Matt Besler, John Brooks, Geoff Cameron, Timmy Chandler, Omar Gonzalez, Fabian Johnson, and DeAndre Yedlin made it for defenders. Now there's some surprises there. John Brooks, Timmy Chandler, and DeAndre Yedlin. John Brooks from Hertha Berlin, young guy. This is a very surprising make. It's very surprising that he made the roster. DeAndre Yedlin, the phenom from the Seattle Sounders, was selected by Jurgen Klinsmann over his teammate Brad Evans, who had been starting many World Cup qualifying matchup games. In the midfield, Kyle Beckerman, Alejandro Bedoya, Michael Bradley, Brad Davis, Mix Diskerud, Julian Green, Jermaine Jones, and Graham Zusi round out the midfield. Brad Davis is a bit of a surprise. Now, he would be someone, him and Alejandro Bedoya would be people who might have edged out Landon Donovan in his position. Now that's surprising given Brad Davis really doesn't have as much skill as Landon Donovan, and Alejandro Bedoya is playing in France. Julian Green made the World Cup squad. Julian Green, the Bayern Munich phenom, the young youth product who hasn't played any meaningful games, is going to make the World Cup squad. That's incredible. Josie Altidore, Clint Dempsey, Aaron Johansson, and Chris Wondolowski are going to make the striker forward positions on the World Cup squad. So that's your 23-man roster. I named some of those surprises, but what does that mean for this World Cup? What are some of the storylines heading forward? This is a World Cup for the future. Landon Donovan being cut, this is a sign that Jurgen Klinsmann is looking forward to 2018. He's bringing players like Julian Green, John Brooks. These are players who are going to play a big role in the country's, in the team's future, but not necessarily in this World Cup. Even players like Mix Diskerud are going to play an important role in this World Cup as backups maybe, but aren't going to be major starters in this World Cup. But they're going to play an important role down the road in 2018 in Russia, when maybe Jurgen Klinsmann thinks the U.S. can have a better shot at advancing. Because when you look at the group of death, when you look at Portugal, Ghana, and Germany, it's hard to imagine with the current crop of players, with what we have, that the U.S. could advance. Is it possible? Sure. But is it likely? No. The players who were cut from this roster include Michael Parkhurst, Brad Evans, Clarence Goodson, Maurice Edu, Terrence Boyd, and Landon Donovan. Landon Donovan is the big surprise of the cuts. Brad Evans is a bit of a surprise as well. Out of the other ones, no one is really surprised, but again, some of those players could have been switched in place in for DeAndre Yedlin, or John Brooks, or Julian Green. Eddie Johnson is sitting at home, probably pissed off. But he can't be too pissed off that he's cut from the World Cup, because he's going to have Landon Donovan sitting there with him. Both of these guys were crucial in World Cup qualifying and in the Gold Cup final victory, in the whole run through the Gold Cup. So it's a shame to see them both gone. I think Eddie Johnson is going to be more of a miss and more something that will lack. His skills are going to be more lacking than Landon Donovan. I think Landon Donovan is more expendable than Eddie Johnson at this point, but I can see why Jurgen Klinsmann cut both of them, looking forward to the future and looking towards 2018 in Russia.